Alright, ladies and gentlemen, hello. Welcome to the show. How y'all doing?
The flame burns for all of us. Beware the shadows.
Stranger, do not return.
You are strange to me. Do not return, stranger.
Alright, first thing first. Uh... The hell is it? Are you kidding me? There's no honor the flame down here? Get out of town, brother. Alright, hold on, let me turn this in.
When shadow falls, lamplighters rise. Be strong, my friend.
Oh, there he is. I'm like, where the fuck is he?
You are an outsider. Yes? Take your leave.
The fuck? Hmm. The fuck? You can't even see these little fuckers. Oh, these are annoying as fuck. Holy shit. Oh wait, now where the fuck are you coming from? Where the fuck is coming from? They're just fucking. First of all, what the fuck, man? What? Why is he not on defense? I'm coming back. I need to get that buff. This one. I don't see any whistle call thing.
I have an extended supply of goods for outlanders.
I love you. I love you. Finish. So laggy here. I wish there was like an option or like an add-on that could like change the visual settings for me whenever I come in this fucking city like this.
Many deals for a friend. My directive.
Two things I need. I need new bags. I can't move the bag. Fuck. Give me these. These are cheap. 1, 2, 3.
My thanks for your patronage.
Why didn't you open up the price? What the fuck just happened? Yeah, give me these. Regent bag. And we can start wearing that. That's like noodles? What the fuck? Oh, did I buy a Regent bag? I did. Well, that explains why. Fucking wasn't working. That explains it. Alright, hold on. I need 2 more. Thought I want more than that. Yeah, I not. Alright.
I have calibrated my prices to be reasonable. My directive has been fulfilled.
I'm surprised it went that long. There you go. Fucking A.
My directive is to serve you.
So... that's going on. Uh... If okay.
Tis a good day for a bit of buying.
If I had a Forsaken, that would be dope, but I don't have it. It's all Forsaken stuff, though. Like, it's the whole thing. I'm like, Oh, wait, I came here for a reason. Hold on. Where's the fucking hole at? I hate trying to look for this thing.
hallway must be protected. The Titans will return.
Dude, man, where the fuck is the pole at? You know what? I think it is down that way. Hold on. Well, they really did just plop in a whole bunch of crap in this whole fucking game, didn't they? Here, play this. Here, do this. Here, do that. You know?
As always, on time.
Kind of a bit much. Dude, I can't find the fucking... Where's the fucking pole? Thank you. God damn. Alright, where is this at? Okay, so it's always right here and here, okay. Annoying.
Fallside Outpost needs reagents for incense to use at morning rise. Will you accept this new directive and procure them? and stasis lock is important to us. Thank you for your help, Outlander. May your path be unburdened. In this season, the Unbound adorn their ramiliths with flowers, symbolizing harmony and their gratitude for nature's gifts. Well done. Decorating ramiliths is one of my favorite Unbound traditions.
I need a weapon.
Pesky gulls have been getting too close to the Opal Crag. Thin out their numbers and make them think twice about bothering our equipment.
Excuse me? Excuse me? Please? Oh, what the fuck? What? Oh, that's lovely. I couldn't freeze him. Fucking ridiculous.
Delicious. That should keep them at bay for now. Eating all that is not good for them anyway.
I never realized it was that simple. Alright, so apparently put this dirt off in the water. Oh, there they are. I see them. On more around here? No. Really? Surprised. I don't know why that one doesn't count. 3, 4, and it's alright. 5. Good enough. Teaching how to summon an description campaign. Okay. Little purple crab, okay. Oh yeah, purple crab. I'm fucking kidding me. Never did figure this one out. You have to collect a mask root cap. It is a mushroom. And give it to him? Well, where do I fucking get the mushroom from?
Excavating here might be dangerous.
Oh, this one sucks.
Unraveling the Earthen's past and decoding the Titan's designs is crucial.
You ain't interrupting my fucking rotation, bitch. Another one pop up? Oh, it's the fucking treasure goblin. No, well. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck off, man. I hate that. I hate that so much. Oh, like that was 2,000 experience for that shit? Wasn't it? Can you spare it? No, I just want to say also, anybody who says that you can't learn your rotation from, like, the new cooldown manager, full shit. I forget who said that. Somebody I was watching on Twitch, and they were like, oh no, you can't learn your rotation from that. I'm like, okay, not directly. If you're gonna be anal about it, right, okay, yeah, you can't learn it direct. It's not gonna be like, do this, do that, here's your rotation. Like, obviously, you have to go on some fucking website and actually read shit. The wizard can't be bothered to fucking do that. Yeah, I forgot how long this one was.
With everything we've done here, we're one step closer to understanding the Titans' plans.
Yeah. I went with Sentinel this time around. It's like, I wanna like the Dark Ranger. Wait a minute, we got a little, what's it called here? Dude, what the fuck is going on around here? It's a treasure goblin up. I always miss it. Damn, I hate this game. LOL. Turn this around here. Yeah, I was thinking about this. I'm probably always gonna play a hunter.
We cannot hide from evil. Word of your triumph has already spread. Thank you.
Damn, that's just not right. Just ain't fake, though. Damn, Phil. This is dumbass streamer. Can't stand him. That shit goes hard.
I have calibrated my
He
price.
really talks like that, man. Huh. That shit goes hard. No, it doesn't. Nothing goes hard. Everything that these people say go, anytime anybody says that, it's never the case. That's soft. That shit tasting music. Where's this fucking shit? That shit goes hard. That goes hard, man. It goes hard. That goes hard. That goes hard. Shut up. That goes hard. And it's just like computer fart bullshit. Oh man, that goes hard. And it's like this skinny looking dude. Fucking beard. Ginger beard. Fucking wearing tight fucking jeans. Like. See the outline of his dick. Like. Got himself some tattoos on his little arms. No. Bro, that goes hard. Man, that goes hard, man. Oh, this shit goes hard. Yeah, bro. Wanna know what goes hard? I'll play you something that goes hard.
McDonald's is a place to rock. It is a restaurant
This goes hard.
where you buy food to eat. It is a good place to listen to the music.
It is a good place to.
Get down to the rock music.
That's right. Tell Wesley.
Rock and roll McDonald's. Rock and roll McDonald's. Rock and roll McDonald's. Rock
This
and
goes
roll
hard.
McDonald's. McDonald's will make you fat. They serve Big Macs. They serve quarter pounders. They will put pounds on you.
They putting the pounds on me?
Rock and roll McDonald's. Rock and roll McDonald's.
Rock and roll McDonald's. Rock and roll McDonald's. This shit goes hard. Can't stand this motherfucker. I hate watching the motherfucker. I can't stand him. This goes hard. Man, I'm here protecting people. I'm fighting for your rights. Every day I just read the news and talk about how I know everything. This shit goes hard.
Hamburgers are the worst. They are worse than Burger King. A Big Mac has 26 grams of fat. A quarter pounder has 28 grams of fat. Rock and roll
Oh,
McDonald's.
McDonald's.
Rock and roll McDonald's. Rock and roll McDonald's.
Rock and roll McDonald's.
Rock over London. Rock on Chicago. Wheaties. Represent champions.
That's right. Breakfast of Champions right there. Okay. That goes hard. That fucking lame ass shit. Go with the Wesley Willis. Oh, this is the remix, here you go.
McDonald's is a place to rock. It is a restaurant where they buy food to eat.
That's right.
It is a good place to listen to the music.
It is.
People
It
go
was.
there to get down to the rock music.
You used to be able to look. Yeah, they used to play the rock music.
Rock and roll McDonald's. Rock and roll McDonald's. Rock McDonald's will make you
This
fat.
shit goes
They
hard.
serve Big Macs. They serve quarter pounders. They will put pounds on you.
They will put the pounds on you.
Rock and roll McDonald's. Rock and roll McDonald's. Rock and roll McDonald's. Rock and roll McDonald's. McDonald's hamburgers are the worst. They are worse than Burger King. A Big
I don't know about that. I don't know about that, Wesley. I don't know about that, brother.
28 grams of fat. Rock and roll McDonald's.
I don't know about that, buddy.
Rock and roll McDonald's. Rock and roll McDonald's. Rock and roll McDonald's. Rock over London. Rock on Chicago. Wheaties. Breakfast of champions. This band played at Free Fest. About 2,000 people watched the show. The rock and roll was awesome like Chex Press. The champ
Yeah.
said she was whipping a horse's ass with a belt. Retard bus, retard bus, retard bus, retard bus. The band played it on. The band got down like a magic kiss. The crowd roared like a lion. The rock and roll jam session was terrific. Retard bus, retard bus, retard bus, retard bus.
Oh, what a classic. Kids don't know about this song. Which, by the way, it was the same fucking... It was whatever setting he was using on his keyboard. Like... The same thing as Rock and Roll McDonald's, but faster.
The show was over at last. A lot of people met the band. The rock show was whooping it up. It was whooping a motherfucker's ass from a belt.
Yeah. Moving a motherfucker's ass with a belt.
Retard bus, retard bus. Rock over London, rock on Chicago, Pontiac. We are driving excitement.
Certainly are, Pontiac.
We must prepare for Belladog's shift. We lose so many to the darkness. The darkness comes. We are prepared.
Batman got on my nerves.
Oh, Batman. Classic.
He ridiculed me, calling me a bum. I whooped Batman's ass. 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 I whooped Batman's ass.
Oh.
Batman thought he was bad. He was a fucking asshole in the first place.
He
Knocked
was.
to the floor.
Fuck Batman.
I whooped Batman's ass. I whooped Batman's ass. I whooped Batman's ass. I whooped Batman's ass. I whooped Batman's ass.
No, no, Batman, no! Well, how the fuck do I get up there?
We have strayed from favor.
Oh! Wait a minute. I think it's the one where I gotta fly into that shit, right?
And
Yeah,
knocked me to the floor. I got back up and knocked him to the floor.
yeah, okay, I
Such a
remember that.
jag-off. I whooped Batman's ass. I whooped Batman's ass. I whooped Batman's
Where's the
ass.
guy?
I whooped Batman's ass. 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 Rock over London, rock on Chicago. Wheaties, represent champions.
True. I'll make them like they used to. I have no idea what the hell this damn quest is. Oh, I'm supposed to run into him. I didn't know that.
Once upon a time, a man was attacked by a vampire bird. He was sucked to death. The vampire bird killed him at last.
Yeah, I hate that vampire bird.
Vampire bad. Vampire bad.
Vampire Bat is
Vampire
classic.
bad. Vampire bad. Vampire bad. The lake of fire tore his ass up. He was burning to the crisp. He was cast to the lake of burning flame. Vampire
Fire
bad.
Bat.
Vampire
Vampire Bat.
Vampire bad. Vampire bad. Vampire bad.
Not sure how to get up there. Oh.
After the vampire bird sucked blood out of me, he started stabbing me in my ass.
Uh-oh.
And 3 more vampire birds stabbed me in my ass too. They sucked the blood out of me, killing me. Vampire bad.
Vampire bat.
Vampire bad. Vampire bad. Vampire bad. Rock over London, rock on Chicago. Folgers, it's good to the last drop.
Yeah. Folgers, man. Never forget.
Anduin would not have given up without a fight.
Anduin.
He has to be down
Why
there.
are we always looking for fucking Anduin? Oh.
My mind plays tricks on me every time I say something. It brings evil voices out of my head and talks to me vulgar. Then suddenly I started raving. Chronic schizophrenia.
This is real.
Chronic schizophrenia. Chronic schizophrenia. Chronic schizophrenia. But when I have bad luck, I always hear evil voices talking to me vulgar. Everywhere
too.
I go riding on the CTA bus, all I hear is vulgarity.
I have a yeah, vulgarity all the time, man. I hate it.
Chronic schizophrenia. Chronic schizophrenia. Chronic schizophrenia. Chronic schizophrenia.
Now, the thing about the Keith Ryan, about Wesley Willis and his music, is that everything he wrote about was real. Was truth. He wrote songs about. I'm not laughing at him, but he wrote songs about his experience. He had schizophrenia. Yeah, it's schizophrenia bad. Yeah, that kind of shit, you know. But everything he wrote about was real. Like Rock and Roll McDonald's, right? What that song was about was one of his favorite places that he used to like to go to.
With no music sucks.
There was a McDonald's, I think, in where he lived in Chicago,
Plus I'm being ridiculed and called a bum and called stupid.
and that's where they went, where they played the rock and roll music.
Schizophrenia. Chronic schizophrenia. Chronic schizophrenia. Chronic schizophrenia.
Fuck you, man. Come on, man. Fuck you.
Rock over London, rock on Chicago. Pontiac, we build excitement.
So, now, why is he evading? What the fuck? Get back here, Pontiac.
Once upon a time, a team of hungry birds came down on a dead body. It was a dead deer. They sucked their teeth into the dead deer. The vultures were hungry.
Yo, bro, come on, man. What the fuck?
The vultures, the vultures, the vultures, the vultures, the vultures ate my dead ass up. The vultures ate the
Dead ass for real.
out of style. They were eating on the skull. They were eating like dogs.
You like dogs.
The vultures, the vultures, the vultures, the vultures, the vultures ate my dead ass up.
Well, you haven't lived until you had vultures eat your dead ass up. Alright, he did. And he lived to tell the tale. And Eddie Vedder once said about Leslie Lewis. He's the most honest lyricist ever in the history of rock and roll.
The vultures took off like a jet plane. They were flying united. They were flying at 150 miles per hour.
I should have known it was United.
The
Nope.
vultures, the vultures, the vultures, the vultures. The vultures ate my dead ass up. 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 Rock on
For
London,
real.
rock on Chicago. Wheaties, represent champions.
Night readings a lot.
You are my rock star. You can really sing your ass off. You can really jam harder like a magic kiss. I love the way you sing. Rick Sims, Rick Sims, Rick Sims, Rick Sims.
I don't know who that
You
is.
are the best man in the long run. I love the way you cuss. I love the way you clown around. You love being happy.
Love being happy, I mean, yeah.
Rick Sims, Rick Sims, Rick Sims, Rick Sims.
What's the song? Okay. Wait, why are we still on here? Hold on, get the fuck off of this. Why does it all work? The fuck? No. The hell's going on? Yeah, it would appear that somehow I hit a Rick Sims. What's that about?
This means you are telling them something. I love the way you tell the stupid son of a bitches to fuck off. Run on, brother. Rick Sims. Rick Sims. Rick Sims.
So it was a punk rock band I've never heard of, called The Digit.
Rock over London, rock on Chicago. Folgers, it's good to the last drop.
You really like Rick Sims? What were these lights at?
You are my favorite movie star. You are my big buddy. You are a low-down rotten man. You are crazy like a road lizard.
Who's this?
Arnold Schwarzenegger! Arnold Schwarzenegger! Arnold Schwarzenegger!
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Arnold Schwarzenegger! You are the greatest. You are my kind of guy. You are my buddy. You are my main man. Arnold Schwarzenegger! Arnold Schwarzenegger! Arnold Schwarzenegger! Arnold Schwarzenegger!
I don't know what I'm supposed to do on this one.
I love your movies. I love you too. You are the best man I ever liked. You are my rich man. You are my big millionaire.
I don't know if is there a song there?
Arnold Schwarzenegger!
My errand.
Arnold Schwarzenegger! Arnold Schwarzenegger! Rock over London, rock on Chicago. Wheaties, represent champions.
Most people don't know this, but Leslie Willis was a country artist.
He on his property. He saw me trespassing his real estate. He reached in his pocket for a pistol. He came after me and pistol whipped my behind.
This is real.
Birdman kicked my ass. Birdman kicked my ass.
Birdman got me.
Birdman kicked my ass. Birdman kicked my ass. Birdman beat me to a pulp. He gave me a yell down war hell right. He told me that he was going to kill me if I don't get off his real estate. He gave me 5 minutes to get in my Bronco and hit the river.
Fucking Birdman, how could you?
Birdman kicked my ass.
I knew that Birdman was not doing good.
Birdman kicked my ass. Birdman kicked my ass. At 10 o'clock p.m., I drove my Bronco back to Birdman's real estate. I jumped over his fence at the dark. I picked up a brick and shattered Birdman's window pane. Birdman sighted me doing it and reached for his pistol. Suddenly, I jumped back in my Bronco and took off like O.J. Simpson. Birdman kicked my ass! Birdman kicked my ass! Birdman kicked my ass! Birdman kicked my ass! Rock over London, rock over Chicago, Heinz. It's America's favorite ketchup.
Is it? What's that?
Once upon a time, I was cursing in Daniel's Chapel AME Zion Church.
Oh, this is a classic.
Deacons a motherfucker. Reverend Henry E. Miller preached about my vulgar language. He told the congregation in the sanctuary that I got a nasty, filthy mouth.
This is real.
They threw me out of church. They threw me out of church. They threw me out of church. They threw me out of church.
I'm not have to do this one. I'm not doing it. Fuck it.
For the second time, I told the preacher to fuck off.
Yeah, me too.
Reverend Henry E. Miller
Fuck them
said,
preachers.
He got so tired of my bullshit. He told one of the deacons to throw me out. He then escorted me to the door. They threw me out of church. They threw me out of church. They threw me out of church. They threw me out of church.
If you're at church, man, what do you want? Alright, go back the door hole. Yeah, Leslie Willis, man. That dude was on an a whole other plane of reality.
Church that same Sunday, I picked up a 2x4.
Yeah.
I went up to the pulpit and clubbed the preacher in the head. He fell to the floor unconscious. Suddenly, the police was called on me. I then ran out of the church with a grin on my face, being chased after by the cops. They threw me out of church. They threw me out of church. They threw me out of church. They threw me out of church.
Oh, in Chicago.
That Pepsi. Uh-huh.
Huh? Oh well, Leslie Lewis.
You are a good punk rocker. You are a sicking maniac.
Oh, who is this about? Hold
You
on.
sing your ass off to the max.
Oh, Jello.
You are a good person.
Oh, yeah, Jello.
Jello Biafra. Jello Biafra. Jello Biafra.
He's talking about the lead singer from the Dead Kennedys.
You are a rock and roller. You used to be the lead singer of the Dead Kennedys.
Yes.
You sing for the band Large. Keep on whipping it up.
People.
Jello Biafra. Jello Biafra. Jello Biafra. Jello Biafra.
When did this come out? 1996. Wow, it was that late. Because I know when stuff was out before that. How I found out about him was Pearl Jam, out of all people. Yeah, freaking Pearl Jam. I need to farm this shit. You know what I mean? I'll just sit out here and farm shit all day. Is that all I can get? It's like 100 gold? It don't seem like much. I need...
You are so friendly in the mix. You are my great man on the run. You are a good person from the south. I like you a lot, my man, and I will award you. Jello Biafra. Jello Biafra. Jello Biafra. Jello Biafra. Rock over London, rock on Chicago. Sprint. Be there now.
Funny how like most of these companies are long gone. Some of them are anyway.
You are my friend. You are my kind of woman.
So
You
who's
are
this?
on my side.
Tammy Smith.
Tammy Smith. Tammy Smith. Tammy Smith.
So,
Tammy Smith. You are my beautiful love. You are my nice friend. You are my lovely lady. I love you like a milkshake. Tammy Smith. Tammy Smith. Tammy Smith.
where did you get those from?
Tammy Smith.
I'm not sure who Tammy Smith is. I'm like, I should know who she is? Let's see, who is she? Retired Major General of the United States Army? I'm pretty sure that's not her. Okay. Probably an actress. No idea. Couldn't tell you who that is.
You are my kind of girl. You are my pretty.
I have an
You are so
extensive
wonderful.
supply of
You are a
food.
fine lady. Tammy Smith. Tammy Smith. Tammy Smith. Tammy over London, rock on Chicago. Gatorade is all you're thirsting for.
True. A lot.
You are a rock star. You are a rocket maniac. You can't really sing your horse whipping ass off.
Yeah.
You can't really whip a polar bear's ass. Dave Grohl.
Oh, Dave Grohl.
Dave.
He wrote. I didn't know that. He wrote a song for Dave Grohl.
You are my buddy to the max. You are my friend to the friendly end. You are a nice friend. I like you
Oh.
fairly well. Dave
Alright, I'm back. I love it. You are a good friend, Dave Grohl. Thank you, Dave Grohl. Being a good friend. Rock over London. Rock on Chicago.
You are so handsome like Gretel. You are a good friend. You are on my side. You are on my side with the Midas touch. Dave Grohl. Dave Grohl. Dave Grohl. Dave Grohl. Rock over London, rock over Chicago, Subway. It's the place where fresh is the taste. Do something about your long, filthy hair. It looks like a rat's nest. Do something about your mullet. Get out the hair clippers, jerk. Cut the mullet. Cut the mullet. Cut the mullet. Cut the mullet. Get the rat's nest off your head. Get that crazy ass mullet off your skull. Take your ass to the barber shop. Tell the barber that you're sick of looking like an asshole. Cut the mullet. Cut the mullet. Cut the mullet. Cut the mullet. The mother is the reason why people hate you. They are sick of looking at your nappy wheat sack. Nobody wants to look at you with that mullet on your head. Why don't you cut that mullet, you numbskull? Cut the mullet! Cut the mullet! Cut the mullet! Cut the mullet! Rock over London, rock over Chicago, insure what? It's the insurance superstore. Yeah. This band played at the Aragon Ballroom. About 2,000 people watched the show. The show was terrific. The concert was a jam. Urge overkill. Urge overkill. Urge overkill. Urge overkill. The band played it on. The show was great. The rock and roll was perfect. The rock and roll was excellent. Urge overkill. Urge overkill. Urge overkill. Urge overkill.
Once.
After the concert, a lot of people met the band. The show was the greatest. The jam was out of this world. The show was going on. Urge overkill.
Urge overkill. You like urge overkill?
Urge overkill.
I mean, eh.
Rock over London, rock on Chicago, Remco. It's the go ahead and get it store.
It is. A lot of people don't know that. Yeah, like, this damn place is so hard to find. Like, it's such an unusual spot.
I drove my car to the station. I was getting my oil change. They done it in 30 minutes. They did a good job of changing my oil.
Yeah.
Oil Express. Oil Express. Oil Express. Oil Express. Oil Express. The oil change cost me $15. The price was very affordable.
Damn, I wish it was like that now. I wish it was like that now. Where's that kind of money now?
Oil Express.
Now how much it costs now?
Oil.
Like $100. That ain't even no joke. That shit is expensive now. Oh, I need to do something here. Yep. Alright, there we go. I don't really. I was just thinking about this. I'm like, this fucking. What is it? Is it this one? This one? This one? This one? This one? This one? Nah. I don't really need it. It's doing the same thing that the other experience thing is doing anyway. Like the experience circle. I'm like, why do I even have that? Yeah, I was memory already eaten up. 165. With Elite Auras and Omni CD being a thing, and yeah. I mean, it's not too bad, but yeah. God, I miss the RL growing up, looking outside, seeing a herd of deer. I mean, it must be nice that you grew up in like a fucking place like that. You know, I wouldn't know. I grew up in the hood. Grew up in the fucking hood. I grew up in the fucking hood. Oh, sir. I will queue up for that. And roll it. Oh. What's going on in the news today? Anything good? Anything newsworthy today? Oh no. We got fucking. Let's see what Hakeem the Dream Jeffries has got to say. Let's see what he has there.
Good morning and welcome to Morning Joe. It is Thursday, July 3rd, and you are looking at live pictures from the floor of the House of Representatives, where congressional
I've
Republicans
got some stuff to say. I'm gonna run for president and win.
Trump's sweeping domestic policy bill.
He ain't gonna win.
Leader Hakeem Jeffries.
You can try.
What is known as a magic minute, where leadership can speak essentially for as long as it wants to, much longer than a minute, of course. When he finishes, the House will proceed to the final vote on the so-called Big Beautiful Bill. Speaker Mike Johnson, with a big assist from President Trump overnight, got to this point when, after an all-night session, the chamber voted 219 to 213 to adopt a rule governing debate on the
They'll do it eventually. I mean, there's no doubt about it.
Tease up this coming final vote on the package.
They're gonna do it.
A group of hardline conservatives and moderate Republicans had combined forces earlier in the evening to stall the bill, raising their protests. And Speaker Johnson held the vote open for 5 hours as he worked to garner support. Around 1 o'clock in the morning, President Trump called those holdouts directly, then fired off a handful of social media posts calling for Republicans to get the legislation passed. Democrats have continued to rally against this bill, with some Republicans who flipped to yes votes after some persuasion, defending their positions. Congressman,
they probably got bullied into it. The little bitches.
Republicans will do whatever Trump asks of them.
Am I happy about everything? No. But there's a difference between compromise and capitulation. We're not capitulating, we're compromising. The President of the United States didn't give us an
compromising?
I'm a member of Congress. I represent almost 800,000 Wisconsinites. Is that clear?
Some tough talk from the congressman there. Let's bring in the host of Way Too Early, Ali Vitale, NBC News congressional correspondent Julie Sirkin, and MSNBC political analyst Brendan Buck. He was communications strategist and former aide to House Speakers Paul Ryan and John Boehner. Good morning to you all. Brendan, I want to start with you because of your experience with Paul Ryan and with Boehner, the two speakers of the House, and just about what happened overnight, how this sort of negotiation goes. You didn't generally have a president with the sway, let's say, of Donald Trump to call directly these members and say, vote for my package or else, despite some of the protests we heard, at least from one congressman there.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you something here, a little history lesson for you. See, back in the day, before, like, what we have now, right?
What
The
can I do for you?
the kind of shit that's going on right now in Congress or Senate or whatever when they're trying to vote for these bills, and you get these fuckers who like prolong the process and whatnot, because they refuse to do it or they protest it or whatever. Back in the day, you didn't have like these news networks covering it like it was a football event or like it was the Oscars or it just didn't. The most that you had was not CNN. Yeah, sometimes CNN, I guess, but ESPN. Oh, not ESPN. God damn it. C-SPAN. C-SPAN's been around since like the early 90s, I think. That's the only place where you saw shit like that. Beyond that, you would turn on the news and, Congress are fucking around and, and that was it. Ted Koppel, or Brian, what was his name? Tom Brokaw, what was his name? Tom Brokaw, I'm Tom Brokaw, and I talk like this. You know, anyway, I'm here to tell the news. That's what he would do. Tell the news. Did they fucking, did they wait on the boss? Like, what the fuck's going on? How'd this happen? Are they waiting? But yeah, like, that's how it was back in the day. It wasn't like any of this shit now where it's like a ongoing 24-hour, you know, slop-a-thon. Like, good shit, The news networks just exploit the fuck out of this so they can get ratings and advertising dollars and all that. That's what it comes down to. Not enough time to even fucking hit any of them. I don't like, I don't know. I'll get to it in a minute, hold on. My thoughts. This is why I could never be a political commentator. Yeah, never mind my speech impediment and people being assholes about it, but my ability to get my thoughts out in the word is, not good as well. Especially when I'm, like, multitasking. I probably could do it, I don't know. Yeah. God damn you, Blizzard! I need a new weapon. They ain't giving me a what? Wait, wait, hold on. You know what? Hold on. Hold on. What was this? Oh. Oh, damn. Oh, shit. Nice. We need to go to... I need to go to... whatchamacallit. What? See if they have a weapon in the vendor that I can buy. I don't know if they do or not. Sometimes they do, right? Nah. Ooh. Shit rats. Shit rats. I haven't seen what's going on here.
Describe a little bit about what was happening overnight that brought us to this moment where we expected now Republicans will have the votes to pass this big bill.
Yeah, well, obviously, Mike Johnson had a big hill to climb yesterday after the Senate did what they did. You had a lot of members, particularly both sides of the conference. You had moderates.
Give me a weapon.
The Senate had done in terms of cutting more deeply into Medicaid, and you had a lot of conservatives who said this is still just too expensive, and I'm not going to vote for it. And that all melted away really quickly, but not quite enough where they had the votes at the time they needed it last night. There was a key procedural vote that basically sets the terms for debate last night, and they rolled the dice.
There's weapon skins.
Look, we don't have the votes right now. We're close, but we're going to go for it. And you do that every once in a while in the speaker's office. You say we're short, but we're break some members. Of course, having Donald Trump to help break them as well is useful. They kept the vote open for a really long time overnight, and eventually Donald Trump, I guess, made enough assurances that he was going to instill some fiscal responsibility going forward. That was enough for some of these conservatives. I don't know what the promises were. I don't know.
No, I talking over.
At this point, when they realize that this is
going
to
pass
some way or another, you kind of have members who want to be lied to a little bit. Tell me what I need to hear to be able to do this, and ultimately. After a long, painful night, they did that.
Oh,
and so
wait, I didn't know that was a thing. Oh, shit.
For basically saying, we're going to use this July 4th deadline. Nobody thinks we're going to be able to pull this off, but I am going to insist.
Yeah, there we go.
Put this
Weapon,
on the floor,
thank you.
Pass it. Having Donald Trump again hang over his shoulder makes that a little easier to do. But I think credit to him for believing that this could be done and forging ahead when people doubted it.
It's not great, but it'll do.
Alright, left open, as I mentioned, for 5
open my
hours,
nothings on the bathroom.
Which means during those 5 hours.
Also, Flaxen, please. Hey there, I saw your stream. Looks like you're new to Czech community, oh yeah?
Some of those moderates who have misgivings about this.
What gave you that impression?
To come along to their side, and they did. But here's the thing. The substance of the bill didn't change. So what did overnight for those members who flipped from no's to yes?
The reality that if they voted against this bill, they would face President Trump's hammer, essentially, and the power that comes with him. The message that we kept hearing all day long from Republican leadership was, I wouldn't want to be the member that stands in front of Donald Trump and the 77 million people that voted for him. And obviously, as we've been following all year long, as we followed in the first administration, but this has just increased this time around, his pressure is real, and it has worked, and it is working now with a group of Republicans in the House who have sworn up and down that they would never vote to increase the deficit, that they would never vote to raise the debt ceiling, that they would never vote for a bill that doesn't cut spending by $2 trillion. None of that is happening with this piece of legislation. I think Brendan is exactly right. Mike Johnson does deserve a tremendous amount of credit for essentially telling us months ago, we're going to get this through, setting that arbitrary deadline of July 4th, keeping the pressure on, and of course, starting this whole thing out by saying it's going to be one big, beautiful bill and not two like the Senate had wanted to address some of the concerns at the border and other items. And instead, they managed to get a bill that the Senate had changed, that it had, at the last minute, essentially weakened and softened some of the Medicaid provisions, including that rural hospital fund that, of course, cut even more of what this bill was able to save. And they made some changes on the clean energy tax credits. The Senate kind of played this beautifully as well, with Leader Thune essentially making this bill a little bit more conservative at first, and then watering it down to try and get those moderates like Lisa Murkowski on board. Ultimately, in the end, the House Freedom Caucus here folding on this issue, I think, is a a big marker of what's to come for the rest of the year and the lack of leverage that they will probably have moving forward in this process.
And Minority Leader Jeffries is talking right now about some of that hypocrisy that you just described on the debt. Let's listen in.
Tax breaks. It had been my hope, Mr. Speaker, that we'd be able to have a robust debate, passionate support or passionate opposition in connection with this bill. That hundreds of members on both sides of the aisle could participate in.
He's doing his own thing.
We have a limited debate.
What's he talking about? Hakeem the Dream? Let me see.
The relevant committees of jurisdiction. Passionate.
This process.
And Minority Leader Jeffries is talking right now about some of that hypocrisy.
Oh, he's saying her stuff. We're listening in on him.
Tax breaks.
No, we need.
It had been my hope, Mr. Speaker, that we'd be able to have a robust debate, passionate support or passionate opposition
There we go.
in connection with this bill. That hundreds of members on both sides of the aisle could participate in. Instead, we have a limited debate where the relevant committees of jurisdiction have been given 15 minutes each.
I'll tell you what it is about Hakeem.
Significant magnitude as it relates to the health, the safety, and the well-being of the American people. And because that debate was so limited, I feel the obligation, Mr. Speaker, to stand on this House floor and take my sweet time to tell the stories of the American people.
Oh, okay. You're fucking
That's
just.
exactly what I intend to do.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do the same thing that other black guy did for New Jersey. How they fucking commit? Oh god. I can't even, dude. I fucking hate. The Democrats are fucking shit, dude. They really are. God damn, dude.
On behalf of the American
King the
people,
Dream.
on behalf of their health care, on behalf of their Medicaid, on behalf of their
You know what's gonna happen out of this, by the
on
way?
behalf of veterans.
You know what's gonna happen? Alright, I'm gonna tell you what's happening. He's gonna get up there, he's gonna do a little fucking song and dance for like however long it is. Everybody, all the Democrats. Oh! Oh, thank you! Oh, I love being a Democrat! You know, you can get up there and fucking clap for him, and like all the white people are like, oh man! This guy's just like that other guy that we had. Look cool. All this is a song and fucking dance. The same fucking shit they always do. They know goddamn well they're outnumbered. They're outnumbered by the Republicans. There's only maybe 2 Republicans that are like, we're not. Well, no. We're against this. Oh, no. And like all the rest of them might put on a little, their own little song and dance, but eventually they'll fucking fall in line because Trump will threaten them, or somebody will threaten them with primarying them in the general. They'll lose their seat, they'll lose their paycheck. And what'll happen is the bill will eventually get passed. Happens every fucking time, dude. Like, I'm frankly, I'm fucking sick of it. I'm fucking done. Like, I've gotten to the point where I can't stand the fucking Democrats. How fucking pussy they are. Fucking hey, man, why are you guys such pussy? You know why? They're pussies? They're pussies because they are no different than the Republicans. Goddamn right, I'm saying same shit. We're all the same, dude. You only got a handful that actually give a fuck about any of that.
Talk to me
Right, you're that.
later.
And what happens when you get to like high level? It's just I'm just tired of the whole like song and dance shit they do. Yeah, I want to get up here and tell like what was it? Cory Booker did like 24 hours or some shit. And then what happened? All that shit for nothing. They still fucking did what they did anyway. But gosh darn it, he got up there and he told the American story. And Jeffries was gonna do the same fucking song and dance that fucking Cory Booker did. I was a black guy in America, my mom and dad, blah blah blah. I was 4. Meanwhile, he wasn't really that 4. Middle class at best. At a time when middle class really was middle class. You know? You wanna know who was 4? Me. I ain't getting up there for 24 hours and telling my story. Fuck you.
On behalf of farmers.
Oh yeah, I gotta talk about farmers that I don't even know.
On behalf of people with disabilities. On behalf of small businesses.
Oh yeah, but fuck them anyway because they're gonna get fucked regardless of what I say. Because nobody's holding anybody accountable. They're all petrified right now. They're all petrified little bitches.
On behalf of every single American, I'm on this House floor.
Oh man, thank you, Hakeem the Dream. Oh man.
My sweet time.
Oh yeah. Woo! And he's got all the fucking Democrats behind them. I got some coffee. Can't stand these fuckers, man.
Medicaid, I wouldn't have made it.
Yep, he's doing another story. He's doing the I Was 4 story too. Yep, here we go. And you know what, Jeffries? Not one of those fucking Republicans give a fuck about you ever being 4. Any more than they give a fuck about my 4 white ass. I'm white. See, I've said this before.
If I lost Medicaid, it would completely change my life.
Oh yeah? Alright, here we go. Here we go.
It would also severely affect my husband with epilepsy.
Wait, is he talking about himself?
Without Medicaid, he wouldn't be able to afford his seizure medications.
What is he talking about? I thought he was talking about himself.
Which means he'd have seizures every week.
Does he have a... Wait, is he gay?
Like he did before.
Does he have a husband that I'm not aware
This would
of?
leave him unable to function or work.
Work.
before he had
Key word there, folks. Work. You gotta throw in the work word. That's something Democrats always do. They gotta throw in work because that's the key there. The donors and the corpos that fucking fund them too. Make sure you emphasize the word work. We work. We love working. Working is our life. Without work, we kill ourselves. Like they really push that.
and it would take him days to recover. His health is inconsistent, which makes it hard for him to hold down a job. I still have my house, my car, my husband, and my health. Thank God for that.
Thank God for that.
Struggle so
Oh
hard
no.
just to live.
God will make sure that you're on Medicare.
In a country with
Don't worry.
so much wealth. I'm considered one of the lucky ones. And yet I still struggle to make ends meet for the basics. That's Maria.
I thought he was talking about himself. I was like, oh, I didn't know he was gay.
About her struggles. She lives in Iowa's 1st Congressional District.
So that is Minority Leader.
Is that where he's at?
Anecdotes
Yo, with NBC, what the fuck, man?
Of this bill, if it does pass,
Damn, they don't even want to fucking listen to it.
is opened up. Ali Vitale, Minority Leader.
Like, fuck this guy.
Will take my sweet time as he stands there to rousing.
I'll probably have to watch like the replay of that.
Colleagues talking about what's in this bill and what will happen in this country as a result of its passage today.
Bro, you're fucking up my rotation here, man. There you go. Get them all over here. Hey, even the MSNBC was like, nah, fuck, yeah, man. You're doing the same spiel.
The Senate reconciliation bill, which we have been telling you about for months, weeks now, passed. The senators stayed over the weekend. When there's an opportunity to immiserate millions of people and enrich very wealthy people, these senators will go to the mat. They will give you 110, 120%. And they did it this weekend. They lost 2 votes on essentially moving the bill forward. In other words, ending discussion or cloture. The 2 votes they lost were Tom Tillis from North Carolina. Not super shocking, although wouldn't have been the first one I guessed. And Rand Paul. Rand Paul didn't want to vote for this because it includes a debt ceiling increase. There were other senators who were prepared
I like
to
how,
vote
like,
against it, but when they saw
like
that it
Ron,
actually
you're trying to like
bill,
paint
they
Ron
voted
Paul
against
as like this
it. They didn't do it.
He's a different kind of Republican. I'm like, you guys think no?
That he regrets that some of his
Like, I remember Ron Paul in like the fucking Obama election.
Yeah, we should. I think that's in the. But yes, we saw that. It turns out that Josh Hawley, his populism does not run as deeply as he did when folks were attacking the Capitol on January 6th. Nevertheless, the bill, the cloture passed. That means it goes on to debate. But what the Democrats in the Senate did is said that the staffers in the Senate, the secretary, had to read the bill. Usually this is skipped, but the bill was over 950 pages long,
shit. All right.
and nobody had really seen it for more than 10, 12 hours by the time it was voted upon. And so
You fucked up my
the
flow,
Democrats
bro.
called for it to be read. It was read all through the night until Sunday at some time. And then, as of this morning, the vote-a-rama begins, which is essentially with a reconciliation bill, you cannot prevent amendments from being offered. And so what happens in these instances is that both the Republicans and the Democrats begin to offer amendments so that they can, Republicans, so that they can mitigate the disaster this bill is going to do politically to them, or at least that's the theory. I voted to have an amendment, and
that's what it's about. Yep, right there.
I voted to, make it.
It's about mitigating whatever damage it's going to do to them.
I don't know that there would be any that would say that. Although I think Tom Tillis had a big problem with the green energy aspects of this. And then the Democrats keep adding amendments, some of which are votes that Republicans don't want to have to take, but will. But at the end of the day, this bill itself is so incredibly unpopular, and people haven't even actually begun to feel the impact. If you were thinking about putting solar panels on your house and anticipating that 30% tax cut, then you were thinking, maybe, you know what, I can't afford it this year, but maybe in a year or two I can. That tax cut is going to end at the end of this year. If you are a solar company that started up a year or two ago and thought, I'm going to be able to make this business work because the government is essentially subsidizing with these tax cuts the rollout of this technology. If you're a massive wind farm and you were thinking of building, or you were building, or you are selling products to other people, I mean, this is going to devastate thousands of businesses. If you were Elon Musk and trying to salvage your failing electric vehicle business, you're screwed. And apparently he's a little bit upset about things. But the list goes on and on. SNAP cuts. Millions of people will go without food assistance, and it'll get even worse in a recession. Here is Harry Enton on CNN. And understand, this is how badly people are perceiving this bill before they actually feel the pain itself.
How do Americans feel about the big, beautiful bill?
Yeah, if we're talking about adjectives, how about they think it's awful, they think it's horrible, and to quote our colleague Charles Barkley, terrible, terrible, terrible. What are we talking about?
Oh, God.
Well,
Stop that. Stop that.
Rating on the big, beautiful bill. I don't just got one poll for you, Omar. I got 5 of them, and the net favorable rating, minus 19 points, Washington Post, minus 20 points, Pew Research Center, Fox minus 21, Quinnipiac University minus 26, KFF minus 29. You don't have to be a mathematical genius to know that when the net favorable rating of your bill is somewhere between minus 19 and minus 29 points, that it is not a positive bill as viewed by the American public. The American public at this particular point hate the big, beautiful bill. As far as they're concerned, it's not a big, beautiful bill. It's a big, bad bill.
It is a big, bad bill. And it is amazing to me that you have mainstream media still referring to it as big, beautiful bill. I mean, it was such a...
Because they like the fucking... come on, dude. Like, what do you think? I know why. I know exactly why.
The next bill we're going to try and pass is going to be Good Thing Bill.
The big beautiful Trump is king bill.
Good bill.
Yeah. Trump is good
You
bill.
wanted it. You got it. Trump is king bill.
And also the best
Yeah.
businessman in American history bill.
Of
To
course,
be
there's
honest.
huge upward distribution in this bill. I mean, this is a bill that is pushing $930 billion worth of Medicaid cuts. And
Wow.
providing $910 billion
can't believe
tax
it.
breaks for corporations. And huge upward distribution in terms of taxes across the board. We know the vast majority.
I think I should change it to that,
as
yeah.
a real
I'm playing around with this also. I'm doing a roll my own kind of deal with leveling here.
Tax cuts go to the very wealthy. Here is a taste of what Republicans who vote for this bill know.
The thing is, I don't
Tom
know if
Tillis
it...
is going to go in there. He still wants to have a future.
The damage
in
over time
politics,
effects?
mind
Do
you.
I even have that?
So
I
he's
probably don't.
pretending that Donald Trump doesn't understand what he's doing, that he's being tricked by dumb advisors in the White House. No one's telling him the truth. And he's being fooled. Now, listen to Tom Tillis here. Understand he was up for re-election in 2026.
Yeah.
He is no longer going to be
I
up for
don't
re-election.
even think I'm
The
doing
rest
any
of the
damage over
Republicans
time.
are basically saying
They took away,
we want to rob the bank and we get in the getaway car, even if we lose the House.
or what do you call it? What the hell's it called?
Negative impact on this country. They just don't think that any of this stuff can be reversed. And on some level,
Yeah, we don't have
they're gonna be
Surfing
right.
anymore.
Here's Tom Tillis.
Between the state-directed payments and the cuts scheduled in this bill, there's a reduction of state.
Yeah, we don't have that anymore. Huh.
And then there's the
They took it out. I didn't know that until recently. I was like, damn. Because you used to be able to, like, spec into
So
that.
what they told me is that, yeah, it's rough, but North Carolina's used the system. They're going to have to make it work. All right. So what do I tell 663,000 people in 2 years or 3 years when President Trump breaks his promise by pushing them off of Medicaid because the funding's not there anymore, guys? In the White House,
They cut him out?
advising the president are not telling him that the effect of this bill is to break a promise. And you know the last time I saw a promise broken around
Promise,
healthcare,
dude.
with respect to my friends on the other side of the aisle, it's when
My friends ain't your friends. Shut the fuck up, dude.
if you like your doctor, you can keep it. We found out that wasn't true.
They lied to you. Oh my god. Like, I can't believe it. They fucking lied.
Make a correction to what Tom Tillis is saying. Obviously, now, he can't get up there and say either A, the president is a inveterate liar, which we all know is the case. And in fact, in this instance, he lied against the people that support him. Or B, he is a complete moron and has
You know, I had that ad
idea
much
what
from
he's
him.
pushing. Which, arguably, they don't have to be separate things.
Right.
They're not mutually exclusive. But this point about you can keep your doctor if you want. Private health insurance does not let you do that.
Nope. Nope, they do not let you. I was about to say, dude, I'm like, that doesn't happen. Where does that happen? What country?
You get notice, your doctor's no longer in
In their network.
plan.
Yeah.
And if you go to them now, you get like only 25% coverage.
What a bunch of horse shit,
When
man.
Obama said that, he should have had an asterisk next to it, to the extent that private insurance lets you do that
Right.
anyways, which of course they don't. But that's their talking point, and Tom Tillis still has to go to the country club once he quits the Senate. Continue.
Get back in the circle of trust.
Like your doctor, you can keep it. We found out that wasn't true. That made me the second Republican Speaker of the House since the Civil War, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, wow, I can't believe
We
it.
betrayed the promise to the American people.
How could we?
2 years later, 3 years later, it actually made me a U.S. Senator.
I can't believe it. Now I'm a senator. What do you know?
It had just been proposed. And just anticipation of what was going to happen was enough to have a siege election that swept Republicans into the majority for the second time in 100 years. Now, Republicans are about to make a mistake on health care.
I can't believe you're about to do that. Oh my God.
It is inescapable that this bill in its current form will betray the very promise that Donald J. Trump made in the Oval Office or in the cabinet room when I was there with finance, where he said we can go after waste, fraud, and abuse on any programs. Now,
okay, now the irony is the Medicaid, the 630,000 that he's talking about that are going to lose their Medicaid possibly under this, likely. They are on Medicaid because of the Affordable Care Act, which expanded Medicaid. Now, of course, he's not going to tell anybody that, but he needed an analogy. And the fact of the matter is, once it kicked in and people understood at least, it wasn't so much made health insurance significantly affordable. Well, it certainly didn't make it affordable for everybody who was not in the Affordable Care Act. But for everybody who was not part of the exchanges, which is about 11 million Americans, they all got an upgrade on the quality of their health insurance insofar as there was no rescission, there was no lifetime caps, there was no annual caps. That's the patient protection part of the bill, but let's not lose sight of what we're talking about here. This bill is a disaster. Millions are going to get cut from SNAP. Millions are going to get cut from Medicaid. So much of the tiny steps that we've taken in terms of renewable energy is going to go exactly the opposite way with subsidies for oil and gas. Someone just asked, why aren't Democrats filibustering this bill? This is a reconciliation bill. It's a special type of bill that only needs 50+1 in the Senate. And they got 51 votes in the Senate.
Playing games,
specifics that got wiped out of the bill because of it being a reconciliation bill, but that's what you're missing. Also, I don't know if that was a bolo tie. It could have been the microphone. I think it's the microphone. I can't imagine you go out wearing a bolo tie like that for your big swan song speech.
I didn't know North Carolina was a bolo tie place. I associate that with like Montana.
I feel like it was the microphone. Nevertheless, Tom Tillis just basically told us. The Republicans know this may be incredibly politically costly, and they don't care. They just robbed the bank.
Yep.
And they're getting in the drive-away car. They don't care. We'll talk more about this, obviously, in the fun half and tomorrow. In a moment, we're going to be talking to Elie Mystal about the absolute crap show that the Supreme Court was in this term. This is what you get. This is what we all get. Hey, folks, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and check out our daily show. We do it every day at 12 p.m. Eastern for about 2.5 hours. We even take phone calls. You should check that out. I found this fascinating, particularly in the wake of the controversy or the questioning of Stephen Colbert when he had Mamdani and Zoran, when they had Mamdani and Lander on the program 2 nights before the election, about a week ago. I guess the night before the election, about a week ago. He had on Clarissa Ward, correspondent with CNN, and that's fascinating where this information goes. Like, I don't even know if you get this on CNN, but again, this is really, I love seeing this on this outlet because you're hitting a lot of people who do not follow this kind of reporting either on purpose or simply because they're not interested in it. And it's interesting to see this word going out. I mean, you have at least 75 Palestinians killed by Israeli bombing of Gaza. The food situation is incredibly dire. Play this clip.
Correspondent live via satellite from Jordan, Clarissa Ward. You've done extensive reporting from the Middle East for years. Do you have a sense of how that region now views the United States? Because this is an unprecedented military action by the United States. While we've had tension with Iran for all these years, we've never bombed them.
Right. I think there was a moment, when Prime Minister Netanyahu and President Trump were kind of dangling this idea of regime change. That is anathema to people in this region. They remember the invasion of Iraq. They remember the hundreds of thousands of people and the wave of terror and sectarianism and chaos that was unleashed as a result of that. So absolutely, that's abhorrent for people to hear in this region. But honestly, Iran is not the big issue right now in this region with America. Gaza is what is tearing people apart, is what is fueling hatred. I cannot even tell you, every day people come up to me, Stephen, and they say, are they not seeing what we're seeing? Are they not seeing this moonscape? Are they not seeing tens of thousands killed, children starved, the largest cohort of child amputees in the history of modern warfare? Are they not seeing this? And it has eroded their faith in international institutions, in international humanitarian law, and in any notion that the U.S. is some kind of a guiding light or a beacon of human rights. And that really is a far more animating issue to most people in the Middle East right now than this latest issue or round of hostilities with Iran.
I assume not simply because the United States is not living up to its principles of human rights, but because we're overtly supporting the Israeli military and giving them the equipment they need to carry out this military action in Gaza.
We're paying for the weapons and we're giving them cover. And that is something that people really in this region cannot get their head around, cannot forgive, and cannot fathom.
What is the latest on the ongoing hunger in Gaza?
Well, the UN has been saying for some time now, we are approaching a man-made famine. We did a story on CNN the other day of a little boy in such frustration that he was putting fistfuls of sand into his mouth and screaming at the camera. We are talking about hundreds of people being mowed down, making the 8-hour hike to try to get food from these aid distributions. We've crossed the Rubicon here. And that's not my opinion. That is a statement of fact based on everything I am seeing every single day. And the one hope that people have right now is that maybe now, on the back of this ceasefire, maybe now that Prime Minister Netanyahu has kind of flexed his muscles to the more right-wing members or the far right of his cabinet, maybe now there is a space to have a ceasefire in Gaza, to get those hostages home. And by the way, the families of those hostages as well were out imploring Israel's leadership just yesterday, saying, please, don't just make this a ceasefire for Israel and Iran. Include Gaza in it. And we heard President Trump today, too, saying he's hopeful, there's a chance, and in the next few days, we'll see if there really will be some possibility of a ceasefire in Gaza.
Clarissa, thanks so much for joining us. I hope you...
I mean, that seemed to go a little differently than one would anticipate. Brought on to talk about Iran. we should say this is in the wake of the reporting by Haaretz that Israeli soldiers were ordered to fire upon Palestinians who were coming for food aid. No suspicion of armed fighters amongst them. Just fire on them. This is coming in the wake of Israeli reporting that they were putting like oxy in the flour or something. I mean, this is just full out and out barbarism. It's just, it's disgusting. And one wonders, will we hear Christian Gillibrand accuse that reporter of anti-Semitism? Will we hear the ADL accuse Colbert and that reporter of anti-Semitism?
It will.
Will Congressman Dan Goldman accuse them of anti-Semitism? What about Senator Schumer? Where are the accusations of
It is the big shut up button.
I mean, it's insanity. It's insanity.
Get to that after the problematic slogans block.
Speaking of accusing Mamdani of being a potential danger to Jews in New York City.
What's up?
Here is Mamdani
Just letting you know you're on that side.
to
I'm on that side? Okay, but
Kristen Gillibrand, and we should also say to other conservatives too, folks like Charlie Kirk, I mean, on and on, saying that he was just the sheer Islamophobia was crazy.
I have to ask you too about what it's been like for you to process some of the Islamophobic responses that we've seen. I think some would say they're not as surprised by some, like, Representative Ogles saying you should be deported, but others have been a bit surprised by, for example, a New York senator going on a popular radio show and suggesting that you support global jihad. What has that been like for you? And have you had the chance to speak with Senator Gillibrand?
I spoke to Senator Gillibrand soon after the victory on Tuesday evening, and the comments that I've heard, especially from Republicans across the country, and even the comments prior during the primary, were comments that were both unsurprising and yet still quite sad, because they showcase what politics has become for so many. It's a language of darkness and a language of exclusion. And what has kept me hopeful through this is that our vision is one where every New Yorker belongs. And there are so many New Yorkers who previously hadn't voted in primaries, who saw themselves now in this politics, saw their struggles in our policies, and took that step to actually cast a ballot. And what excites me is that there are moments where someone will cast a ballot for someone with an exclusionary vision like Donald Trump, and they can still come back to the Democratic Party. And so many of our victories were in neighborhoods that went for Donald Trump in the presidential election. We're talking about College Point. Or
is that something that I'm not aware of?
We were told that we had now lost voters forever. And instead what we found is that if you have a relentless focus on economic
No, I
agenda,
didn't realize
you
that.
welcome people back, and you turn the political
Yeah, you know what? You get more experience doing that.
people come home to the Democratic Party as long
That's
as
literally 100,000 almost.
fight for working people, not those that are benefiting off the struggles of working people.
We are going to dig into some of your policies.
I mean, that is so good, it's nuts.
It's crazy.
Isn't it?
It's
nuts.
Alright. Let me
It's so small.
It's
change the channel on this. Cue the dream. History is happening? Are they for real?
Let me say from the House floor, no.
Oh yeah, let me tell you something. I'm here. Here I am.
think she favors both of us. A younger brother, 1973. He's born with a serious heart condition. He's okay right now. He's born with a serious heart condition. I'm thankful that it was that union negotiated health care that got our family.
Oh, fuck off. See, I'm telling you right there. They don't want universal health care. You'll never hear someone like Hakeem the Dream fucking say universal health care. He never will. But he is just like Kamala Harris, just like Hillary Clinton, just like fucking Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, all the rest of those fucking fake ass motherfuckers. Do not want that. You'll never gonna hear them ever say anything like that. They'll use work. We love the work. We love working. I guess you do if you're like a foreign actress or some shit like that, maybe. No one truly loves working. Except people that make like a lot of money. And they're like, yeah, I love my job. Of course you do. I bet you do, you know?
Get ready. This shouldn't take long. Hold them back at all costs. No time for slumber. Join the fight. Wake up. We're under attack. Fall in. Wake up. We're under attack. Akramaka.
Yeah, we got two marksmen that were here, right? Yep, me and Hawking Jeopardy are here. Where'd that guy come from? Brother, what the fuck are you doing?
Go on. Take another one. You want him? Very well, take him. Come on, show me a real fight.
Yeah, you want this? You got it.
Invaders have breached the defenses! Archers, form ranks! On my mark! Ready!
Why the fuck am I not clicking on that? I don't understand that. Are you not killing him? What's he doing? Why are you not killing him?
I am called Blade Fist for a reason, as you will see. If you nice, me let you live. No, we will not let you live.
will see that you are properly welcomed. Bandor Shorelaran. Guards, rally! Hack these invaders down! Bandor Shorelaran. Guards, rally! Hack these invaders down!
This guy must be really, really bored if he's doing it like this.
Every little death helps.
What are you doing? These specimens are very delicate. Nature bends to my will.
Here.
What aggravation is this? You will die! I revel in your scream while you burn!
seek a prize, eh? How about death?
Who disturbs this sanctuary?
What the fuck is this nitwit doing? What's he doing? Did he die? Shit, you know what?
Children, come
This
out.
dude is just fucking around now. What's his name? Mini Macarons? Pychondrius. Should've known. Fucking, dumbass fucking Asmongold degenerate server.
You must die. But wait, this does not. No, no, you must die.
Eh.
Maybe this is not. No, we fight. Come to my aid.
Oh, he's dying. Oh, he's dead. What a dumbass. I will not know. Yeah, true. You fucking idiot. Yeah. Dude, you're fucking retarded. Where'd they die? There we go.
Who disturbs this sanctuary?
Oh! Emma, what's up?
I feel bad about asking this again, but can
Oh, I thought you were already outside.
I was,
Oh.
but I wasn't.
Oh.
Can we go swimming in at least a bit?
Huh?
Can we go swimming in a bit?
Yeah, sure, bud. Alright.
It's in
And alright, let me have my lunch. I was not even.
That's why I said in a bit. I'm trying to finish that Oreo that I've had
What's
for.
the weather outside?
It's actually pretty nice out.
Yeah, well. I probably won't eat swim. Yeah, 87. Alright. Alright, let me have my lunch, and then we'll go out in a little, like, after 1.
I thought I should
Alright,
ask.
yeah, we're around 1:30 or so, we'll go out.
Okay.
Alright.
I thought I should ask.
Alright.
Like after I was done.
How do I get it? God damn it!
I know how that feels.
What the hell's going on with this?